Hey, Ellen.
Oh, Luke, you're back. You got out of the tobacco dog. Huh? Did Mike get you out?
No, he got distracted by the boat just like Andy did.
Fair.
So in the end, it was a security guard that let me out. They came round, just like a routine pass sort of thing, so yeah, they opened the door.
Nothing like quirky or unusual?
No.
Oh, I suppose that's good.
Oh, a ghost pirate on the ship did turn Mike into a haunted toy chicken.
That's so cool. I mean, I'm sorry, Mike.
That's fine. Show of the weekend, show of the weekend, show of the weekend, show of the weekend, show of the weekend. Poor Mike.
Poor Mike.
Hey, we all got problems, buddy.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ellen, how you been?
I've been fine. What about you? What have you been playing?
Been playing Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, like an idiot.
Oh. I did not know, because it's not like every conversation. If I go into a room with Luke and someone else in the room has played Sekiro, I will not get to talk to my friend for hours because, yeah, you'll be too busy talking about Sekiro. If I get you and Aoife in a room, I can't chat to either of you. That's it.
Locked off.
Oh my goodness, oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
we just formed like, yeah.
But at the same time, it is
Unblinking eye
really,
contact.
it's really lovely seeing that enthusiasm.
There aren't
That's
many
nice
games
to enjoy.
There aren't many games for that. So I haven't been playing Sekiro as much as I'd like because we've been doing so much travelling recently. So I'm probably not as far along as many of the other people who've been playing it since it came out will be. The footage you're going to see has a few of the early boss fights in it, but I'm avoiding story spoilers and things like that. It's hard. It's hard, and we knew it would be hard. But it is really hard. Like
I've heard from Dark Souls fans, like I listen to a few gaming podcasts and stuff, and they're like, we really like it, but it's harder than Dark Souls.
it is savagely difficult. With Dark Souls, the thing to do was to basically master your own patience. And if you could master being patient, if you could master like backing away or standing back, and then like only attacking a little bit, and then, you know, just sort of timing your blocks right, keeping an eye on your stamina, and it was a test of patience. Sekiro is an entirely different skill because the way the combat is structured, to win a fight, you have to be aggressive. Like
yeah,
you're not.
You have to wail on them a little
Yeah,
bit.
you have to basically, in most fights, be pretty relentless, because not only does the enemy have a health bar that goes down a little bit when you hit them, but if you hit them and they block, or if you hit them and they're not blocking, then it fills up their sort of posture bar, which is a whole separate thing. And if that fills up, then you can do a death blow which kills them in one or takes off one whole health bar. So the idea is, really the only realistic way to win is to break your enemy's posture, and that's kind of and spirit. And the way to do that is to just be like relentless. But what that requires is that you are so in tune with the controls, and there are a lot of different moves and a lot of things to remember and to keep in mind, that you have to be basically like attack, 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 block, attack, dodge, unblockable attack. What kind of unblockable attacks is it? Is it the one where I stomp on the lunge attack and then blur them back, or is it the one where I jump and then kick them, or is it the one where I just have to dodge out the way? This feels like learning to play the flute or something. It's like, I feel like the controller feels like an alien lump in my hands when I'm playing Sekiro, and I can't make it do what I want. It's so frustrating, the delay between like the split second, like, oh, that's the thing, but it's not enough time to get the message through the nerves to my hand to remember.
Feels like there's more layers to it than Dark Souls, and
yes, yeah, I think so.
It's a little bit more like there's one way to play. So in Dark Souls, you could be someone who
fair.
blocks a lot. You can be someone who just relies on parrying,
Yep.
or you can be someone who relies on stepping back and then going back in.
My only real experience of the From Software games is the first Dark Souls. Many of you will have seen me play bits of that on the channel. I haven't played any of the other Souls games, I haven't played Bloodborne, and I didn't play Demon Souls. I am coming at it from a fairly limited sort of experience point, but I think you're right. I think Sekiro is a more focused, it's a little bit more linear, and in terms of like play styles, absolutely. Like they've built this combat system, and that is the way that you are supposed to play it. The bosses that I've been fighting in Sekiro, in these early stages of Sekiro, feel to me like harder than the bosses that I was fighting in Dark Souls. Maybe not all of them, but just in terms of like number of attempts required.
Yeah.
Like you have to be perfectly aware of all their attacks. That's one thing. You have to know exactly what you should be doing and when. And then, and this is the crucial thing, you just have to wait and do it loads, because you'll know exactly what to do, but you'll just die anyway. Like, just something will happen unexpected, or like, oh, I've never seen them do that before, or that move after that move, and you're dead. So it comes down to figuring out exactly what the strategy is, and then executing that strategy maybe 20 or 30 times in a row, until eventually you get the scenario where the fates align and you sort of get lucky. There are a few bosses that I have what the sort of fan community calls cheesed, which is basically where you sort of like figure out some exploit or something, and you kind of manage to kill the boss. For example, some of the footage you're seeing now is of my fight with a very tough boss called Lady Butterfly, who I was really struggling with, and struggled with all the way through. I did beat her, but the only way I could figure it out was by unlocking this extra move. I discovered that she has this one attack with like a kick, and then if just after the kick there's this little opening, and if you come in with this downward slash and then keep downward slashing, so just keep hammering the button, she basically never gets a chance to recover. And if you're lucky, you can sort of like just down and down and down until like her health bar goes, and then you have to set up a situation where you have another chance to do that in the second stage of the fight. I have to say, when I finally beat that boss, I didn't feel quite so There have been bosses where I've like physically punched the air with joy. But then there have been some where you go past the point where you're going to punch the air with joy when you finally get it, and into the self-doubt, and the like, why am I not doing this right? Quite often what'll happen is you'll be doing something and you'll be kind of getting better at the boss fight each time, and then for a little while you'll get worse, and you're like, why am I getting worse? Why am I dying faster? Is it because I'm not being more patient? Surely I'm only getting better at this game. And you're like, you know what? I'll just turn off my brain. I'll come back to it tomorrow. You're worse again. What's going on?
But that should be like, you come back and then suddenly you can do it again.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not stressed.
That's what I was expecting. I was like, you know, I know what you're doing, From Software. I'm going to take a break, walk away from this, come back and do it first time. Oh no, I'm worse. Died even faster this time. I'm really enjoying it. It's beautiful. I love it. But it is so difficult that it is right on the edge.
Yeah.
Right on the edge, I think, of being basically too hard to be fun, yeah.
When you come up against a difficult boss in any game,
yeah,
and then when you finally beat it,
nothing like it.
When you finally beat that level,
like
not even just boss fights, and you're just like, yes, like
yeah.
I did it, and then you're really proud of yourself. But like, it gets to the point, I'm sure, like if you fight a boss like 20 times and then you finally do it, are you really proud of yourself?
Well, it's kind of like,
or are you like, I just sat here for 3 hours trying to fight this one thing?
I don't know how many times I did Lady Butterfly, but it was more than 20.
Yeah.
More than 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, that and this ball, there's this ball that's on fire, and that one really took me like quite a few goes. And I haven't even got to the sort of, I don't think I'm even like anywhere near the middle of the game yet, to be honest. So I will keep going with it, because every time you do eventually beat a boss, it kind of reinvigorates you. When I was playing Dark Souls, I never felt like I was going to come up against something that was going to be so tough that I stopped playing. But with Sekiro, it's entirely possible that if I come up against something and I'm like, oh, I didn't get it today, and I come back the next day and play, for another 2 or 3 hours, I'm like, oh, I still didn't get it. Third day, It's possible. I really don't want that to happen because I would love to complete it. I would love to finish it.
It's a beautiful game.
Oh, it's gorgeous,
absolutely gorgeous looking game.
The only other observation that I have being sort of this early on, one of the favours it does you is that when you're resting at one of the little kind of statue things, which is the equivalent to the bonfires in Dark Souls, from the beginning of the game, you can fast travel to any other one. So, like, travelling around the world...
Fast travel is such a...
Yeah. But there is something you lose in that because in Dark Souls you got very, very used to this idea of commuting through certain routes. There were like bits that you travelled them so often that the enemy was basically like, "Hello, Joe." Like, probably at this point not even killing them again. Just you know exactly just how to sort of run around them and these routes and stuff. Yeah, there's one NPC, but when you go to fight Lady Butterfly, there's one NPC between you and her. Yeah. And so however many times it actually took me to do Lady Butterfly, that's how many times this guy got stabbed hard in the neck. And he's a real easy enemy as well. And when you just run down this corridor and he pops out, you get so good at it that this poor guy just over and over again, like no one has suffered in Sekiro as much as this one dude in this one corridor. He's just like over and over again, like and then they go like I've been killed. They go fine. Killed by Lady Butterfly. Back again. I feel for that guy. I do slightly weirdly miss the commuting of Dark Souls, the feeling of actually travelling around the world. You get, I feel like I don't have much of a sense yet in Sekiro of where everything is geographically and how it all connects, because I have travelled those routes, but only once. And with Dark Souls, you kind of build up this huge mental picture. These games are a little bit of Stockholm Syndrome as well. So like, I'm talking so fondly about Dark Souls, but I wasn't talking so fondly about it when I was actually playing it. I was like, this stupid, broken, hard game, it can't be done. So it's entirely possible I'll finish Sekiro and then for the next 10 years I'll be like, no game like it. Absolutely flawless. I don't know, but those are my experiences so far.
Yeah, no, it's interesting.
But from a very hard game about shinobi, or shinobis?
Shinobis.
To a really hard game about tableware. Because Cuphead has come to the Switch, oh my word, and it's time for me to quiz you on exactly that. Ellen. Cuphead, the insanely hard run-and-gun shooter from Studio MDHR, is out this week on Switch, having already won our hearts with its old-timey visuals and unforgiving gameplay when it was first released for Xbox and PS4 back in 2017. Ellen?
Yes?
Cuphead has always been a co-op game, but now that it's on Nintendo's console, it is more suited to multiplayer than ever before, thanks to the 2 Joy-Con controllers strapped to the side of each Switch machine. You should have found them in the box of your Switch machine. Ellen, what is the secret to success in a cooperative game? And I mean a cooperative game where you are cooperating, not like Overcooked, where you're the kitchen manager.
There's a plate, a dirty plate. Give it to me.
By the thing.
Yeah, I've got the sink. There you go.
Oh no, that's not ready yet.
Okay, look,
Why
I've
are all
got...
these people walking in my kitchen?
Put it out, put it out, put it out.
All right.
Cuphead, there's a really, really good mechanic in it where if one of your pals dies, you can do like a parry on them and then they come back to life.
Get the assist.
Learn how to do that ASAP.
Cool.
Because that's really helpful. And just make sure to, always keep moving. That's just general in Cuphead.
General in life.
Yeah, and just in life, just keep moving.
You can't see, but Ellen and I are always wiggling our feet.
Yeah.
In every episode of Show of the Week we've ever done. Here we go, just lifting it up naturally now. That's what's happening all the time.
All the time.
All the time,
Just
but the camera line.
Yeah. It can get very stressful playing Cuphead because it is a challenging game. So, I think having, make each other a nice cup of like chamomile tea. Cool. Or something, just so
calming, soothing.
So have someone who's have someone do the tea, and then someone else maybe get some biscuits or a bit of cake, you know, something that's a reward for the end of each level.
Sure.
And I think, yeah, it's important to know that, you know, if one person doesn't make it to the end, it doesn't mean that they failed, like you both had a part to play.
Sounds like a healthy philosophy.
Yeah, of course, when you actually play it, it just goes, ah!
Yeah, it's like, what the hell do you think you're doing? Get over here and revive me right now!
I think, well, yeah, one really, really important thing is if you're the person who gets saved, say, oh, thanks.
It's about time.
No, you say, oh, thanks, like in a nice, appreciative way, because sometimes,
like this,
you know,
thanks.
No, because people don't.
Oh, thanks.
People don't often appreciate the healers and the people who make sure the others on the team are all okay in other games as well. So yeah.
About time.
You're every Mercy's nightmare in Overwatch.
I'm gonna fight everyone. I died. Where's the heal? About time. Lock and load, mate. I died. Ellen, Cuphead is a ferociously tough game, but you wouldn't perhaps know it to look at it. With the developers drawing on the iconic style of early cartoons, such as Disney's Silly Symphonies, to create a visual look for the game that is both beautiful and nostalgic.
I actually gave them an award. I was at the Golden Joysticks and I gave out the award that year for artistic stuff, and they got it for the art.
Great,
so,
amazing.
yay.
Richly deserved.
Yeah.
Creating Cuphead's beautiful animation was no easy task, though, and the game took around 5 years to make.
Yeah. I know, because I played it about 5 years before it came out.
I was reading up on the development of it, like for this quiz, and basically, like, they had a vague concept, and Microsoft was like, "We're going to announce it right now."
Yeah,
and
they were
like, So yeah, it seems like it took a normal amount of time to make. I think it just got maybe
they announced it
really early.
way too early. And when you see a little platformer game like that,
you'll be like, it must be easy.
Like that will come out fairly soon because
Yeah.
you think, oh, the 2D animation, but it takes a long time to do all of that animation, and people don't realise.
Well, it took around 5 years to make. But Ellen, what if you only had 5 seconds? You have 5 seconds to draw any popular cartoon character of your choice.
Great. Oh.
I will give you a few moments to mentally prepare. Here's your piece of paper. Here is your pen. Feel free to poise it in readiness. I will start the timer for 5 seconds. 5 short seconds.
Okay. Oh god, this is stressful.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Okay, now who is this supposed to be?
Fighting evil by moonlight.
It's Sailor Moon. It's popular and recognisable anime character Sailor Moon. There we go. If only you'd had another fraction of a second, you could have given Sailor Moon her trademark arms.
So she's got the
You
hair,
did the meatball head thing.
hair, and then the visor thing that they all have. And then the little skirt.
That is good. Look, I recognised what it was.
Yay!
You only had 5 seconds.
Well, I did sing the theme tune.
Oh yes, you did. Yeah. But no, I got it. I got it from the. Yeah.
Thing is, the other thing I thought of that could have been done was.
Do you want another 5 seconds to do one?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Mickey Mouse.
Is it though? I get. You know what?
There's some art need judging.
No.
What do you think?
What have you got there? What is it?
Why don't you come to Disney World? Woo-hoo-hoo.
Which cartoon character is this?
Satan?
Close. One syllable was there. Say.
Okay.
Say.
Look at the hair.
Say.
Look at the hair.
Sailor.
Sailor Moon.
Yeah, got it in one. Perfect. Do you know what, Ellen?
It took you about 5 seconds.
Go back to
He literally did.
Sure.
Go back to Mickey Mouse. I think that is the only drawing of Mickey Mouse that we could show that won't get us in legal trouble with Disney. I think even Disney's lawyers are going to be like, nah, there's no case to be made. Would you rather we were sued by Disney? Yes.
It's fan art. It's fine.
I mean, no true fan would do that to their beloved character. I have a little verbal tick where whenever I hear someone say "C'est la vie," I have to go "Sailor Moon."
This is why we're friends.
Ellen, the hero characters in Cuphead both need excellent aim to beat the game's devious bosses. But how good is your aim? I'm going to ask you to bounce a ping pong ball into a cup.
Hey.
To find out. How much time you have to make the shot will depend on your success in this quick-fire 20-second quiz round. Each correct answer gets you another 10 seconds. It's like the Crystal Maze, right?
Wow.
Yeah, John, you're right to be amazed and impressed by what's about to happen. Okay, please, John, can you keep count of the score?
Where do I throw things?
Well, no, first we're just doing the quiz round to establish how much time you have.
Oh, so it's
Like
like,
getting
yeah.
a head start on
Yeah,
Gladiators.
and then,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
I like all the 90s
Exactly.
references making. Hashtag
Yeah,
relatable.
the kids today love gladiators.
And Fort Boyard.
God, Fort Boyard, the worst Crystal Maze.
They
But it
made
had that
you
bit.
carry spiders. You had
I
to
know.
go.
He did have that bit at the
one.
end where they with the tiger, where they're like, "Oh, we'll release the tigers," and I always used to wonder, what if they really release? I mean, obviously they don't,
Yeah.
but I used to think maybe they do. Wouldn't it be amazing if you saw a tiger just kill a contestant? And they were like, "Well, we said we were going to release them. Rules are rules." This is to buy you time.
All right.
Quick fire quiz round starting now. Cuphead was released in what year?
2017.
Correct. Cuphead's co-op friend is called?
Mugman.
Correct. This week's Cuphead is released on which console?
Switch.
Correct. What sticks out of the top of Cuphead's cup head?
Straw.
Correct. Mugman is blue, but Cuphead is?
Red.
True or false? Cups are good.
Good. True.
What do you prefer, cups or mugs?
Mugs.
What happens when we die?
I don't know.
Time up! Time up. Time up.
You respawn.
I made that 7.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. John, yeah. Well done, Ellen. That's good. You've earned yourself 70 seconds.
Yay.
Let's prepare the field of battle. Welcome to the danger zone? Ping pong area? Ping pong area sounds less good.
Welcome to the
ping pong area. Ding, 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 ding. Ellen,
Yeah.
in the ping pong area, show you have ping pong balls.
Yes.
This is
Okay.
your bouncing surface. Mm-hmm. Sploosh. As a
Okay.
bonus, I have filled your Cuphead cup with one of those concentrated ginger drinks that they sell these days, which tastes very unpleasant, and I will drink it all down in one if you nail the shot. 70 seconds to make the shot, starting now. Imagine if you just nailed it in one. Oh my God! Unbelievable! Unbelievable! 10 seconds I made that. That was your third ball. Absolutely
Lucky
outrageous.
number 3, yeah.
Well, why did I buy all these other ones? I mean, nothing but net. Well, Ellen, I suppose you've earned your reward.
Yes. Down in one. Down in one.
Should have given these a wash before. All right, here we go.
Breathe.
I'll breathe. I'll breathe in. Wow, Ellen. Well, I really feel like I came off worse in this. Ellen, well done. You absolutely smashed that.
Thank
Your
you.
Dead-Eye Cuphead performance. Oh, can you imagine? Okay, well, this is us, I think, for the foreseeable. But
Yeah.
now let's find out what you guys have been saying in the
Comments on!
Oh! In the comments.
In our PAX East D&D adventure, Eurogamer's Johnny Chiodini introduced us to a very special character in the woods, and things got extremely heartwarming.
Dob, what does your sister look like?
Well, like me, but better.
Yes, it was an emotional moment for us all, including Kathy Ed, who said, "She looks like me, but better." I'm done! Nothing more adorable could ever be said on any D&D show. Dob has officially killed my feelings. No, shut up. I'm not crying, you're crying!
We're all crying, including James Bennett, who replied, "I know how you feel. I have no idea how I became so emotionally invested in these characters that I actually cried when Dob found his sister. When Johnny said, 'Dob, what does your sister look like?' my jaw literally dropped. That's never happened to me before. I thought it was just a figure of speech." You just get so invested, and I was just really glad Dob found Suzette.
Me too. But that's not the only thing that you cried at on the channel.
What?
When we looked at some of the Pokemon that have gotten creepier over time, and like most people, Ellen, you couldn't hold back your emotions at the cuteness of Fox Pokemon Eevee.
Oh my god! So cute!
Yeah, but commenter Frodo Baggins noticed something else. Ellen cried at Eevee being cute. I cried at Eevee with a human face because it was definitely not cute. Eevee with a human face. I don't remember that bit.
Oh, they're talking about this bit. Ah, no, stop it! No, I don't want to look at it! Stop it! Pokemon, why do you ruin things?
Okay, just gonna have to repress that memory again. And it's gone. On to fonder memories. At EGX Rezzed, we were joined by members of our livestream audience to play Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which ended up in a dramatic final showdown between Ellen and viewer Kim.
Oh.
You're a very good opponent. Oh my goodness. This is so tense.
Oh! Chasing off the edge, chasing off the edge. Kirby Star, there's a Kirby Star. Kirby Star.
Oh my god.
Who's
No.
going for it? Ellen's going for it. Ellen, quick, is Ellen going for it?
Oh.
Is Ellen going to... Oh!
Man, that was amazing.
Commenter, insert smart name here, enjoyed your attempt to psych out Kim. 5555, you're a very good opponent. That's strong British smack talk from Ellen.
Yeah, we Brits just can't smack talk. We try, but then just genuine compliments come out.
Although Kim did have you on the ropes for a little while. She was great.
Yes, she was. I do regret not saying that beating her seemed impossible.
Ellen, we just talked about Disney's lawyers. Do you want to go to prison? Finally. On last week's show of the weekend, Mike and Andy joined Ellen on the purple sofa, with Mike chatting Ape Sim Ancestors, the Humankind Odyssey, and Andy coming up with his very own Labo VR game.
Even better, right? You get them in like a wheelie chair, and you go, all right, play this game, and they start playing, and then you just like quietly roll the wheelie chair into a van, like drive it to the coast, roll it onto a cross-channel ferry, roll it back out into another van, down the Champs-Elysees, and just wheel it back out. Then all of a sudden they're at the foot of the Eiffel Tower. And they're like, wow, that was a good hour and 45-minute game. I really enjoyed that. And then they take it off and they're like, well, I'm in Paris! What? How? And then you're like, pranked.
Commenter Matt Williams had some questions. Andy was oddly specific with his prank. Has anyone checked if Luke is actually in Paris?
No, he didn't get me that time.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Luke, I've got a new VR game I want you to check out. You need to hold this, though, and get in a van.
Oh, okay, cool. No, wait a minute. Ellen told me about show of the weekend. We're talking about it right now.
What's suspicious about the van?
Look, I know your game.
Foiled again!
Varant. What a rascal. What's all this?
We're in the art corner and we are surrounded by art.
Oh my word, it's escaped from the book, like the film The Page Master, starring Macaulay Culkin. Have you ever seen The Page Master?
Yeah, it's a good film. I had it on VHS.
It's a film. No, we're not really.
It had Whoopi Goldberg as a book. What more could you want?
Whoopi Gold. That was good. Christopher Lloyd.
Whoopi
You know
Goldberg.
what?
It should be.
We should go on.
Yeah.
You know what? We don't have time to get into the Page Master right now because we're surrounded by all of the incredible real life bits of amazing arts and crafts that we have been given over the last few weeks at live events by our wonderful viewers and fans. Thank you all so much who made this wonderful stuff. Custom ukuleles, we've got stitched Dob. Look at this.
We each got one of these.
This beautiful Egbert
Beautifully done.
standee. It's all really incredible, and it was amazing to see. Thank you so much. This is actually only a very small portion of the amazing stuff we were given. Some of it was, well, just wouldn't fit on the sofa. We thought it was a bit too delicate to move it to the studio, but you're seeing some pictures now of some of the other things we've got.
Yeah, like thank you so much to everyone who came to our meet and greets and said hi. You were all really, really sweet, and like thank you so much to people who made stuff. Like we don't expect it.
No.
Never, like the people who came to the queues and were like, sorry, I don't have anything.
Yeah, that is
Don't
fine.
worry.
That
you
is fine.
saying hi is perfect
Yeah.
and lovely, and
It
means the world.
Not obligatory, but definitely
We just wanted to say thank
at all,
you.
but really, really, really cool to see.
I mean,
Oh, look at him.
you did cradle him like a baby at the show, which was quite sweet.
Sure. Sleeping. Oh. I think someone needs changing.
Anyway, thank you so much.
Yes,
to
thank you.
Everyone that came and said hi. and
Amazing.
You're all a talented bunch as well.
Yeah, and so kind. We have the nicest community ever.
Yeah.
This has been an amazing few weeks of run of live shows and conventions and stuff. We've got more coming up in the year that we are sort of tentatively planning or sort of firming up now. But yeah, this has been a great few weeks. Thank you all.
Thank you
so much.
Also nice.
So that's it for another show of the weekend, Ellen.
Yeah.
Did you have fun? Did you learn a lot?
Yeah, I learned that games are hard.
Games are hard. You know what else is hard? Digesting all that ginger. It's solidifying. Thank you for watching. There's lots more Show of the Weekend to watch. We've made many episodes.
So many.
Too many.
No, just the
many.
right amount.
Too many. We're going to start.
amount.
Every time we make one now, we're going to delete the oldest one. There can only be so many at one time, I think. That's
That just means that you have to go back and watch them before we delete them.
Yeah, who knows when I'll start deleting videos. Who knows? Thank you for watching, folks. If you enjoyed this and you haven't already, then please like and subscribe. And until next time, it's goodbye from me.
Yes.
And from Ellen too, I
Bye.
imagine.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Goodbye from Mike.
Yeah.
Say goodbye, Mike. Full on. Didn't hear Mike's voice that time. His soul must have left the chicken.